Hello, I'm Bill Honichevsky, and welcome to What About New Jersey History. The historic Joseph Turner House Museum and Gardens sits on the site of the former Carhart Farm, one of the most prominent farms in 19th century Hunter County. Now, originally an apple orchard, the house overlooks a field of 8-foot-high invasive weeds, but to Master Gardeners Susan and Bob Hackey of the Union Forge Heritage Association, it seemed like a perfect location to reestablish a meadow of native wildflowers. The focal point was a historic spring house, and beyond that, a hiking trail around it. Now, after discussions with the New Jersey Invasive Strike Team in 2015, Sue and Bob's vision was perhaps more difficult to achieve than they had hoped, as 8-foot-high invasive weeds would be hard to exterminate. After a permit to work in the area and spray herbicide from the state of New Jersey, they also worked with the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and based on their recommendation, their plan was to spray 2 rounds of herbicide and seed it in the fall of 2016. But after the initial applications, they had an invasion of Chinese bush clover and mugwort, followed by horsetail, Canadian thistle, and autumn olive. It seemed endless, but Sue and Bob and volunteers never, ever gave up. To get down to the soil so the seed would have good seed to soil contact, it would take much more work, and herbicide wasn't the whole answer. They decided to do a test area and tarp it for the summer and seed it in the fall. Now, if they were successful, they would tackle the entire field. So in the fall of 2018, they pulled up the tarp, raked up the area, and spread the seed. They used the Earned Seed New England Wildflower Mix for upland meadows. Now all they had to do was wait the winter out and hope that in the spring they would have something besides weeds. They hoped. In the spring of 2019, all their work finally paid off as black-eyed Susans came to light. And in the late fall of 2019, the volunteers pulled up the tarps and distributed and spread the new seed, rented a roller, and started spreading straw on top of the field. In March 2020, they noticed the cover crop of winter rye filling the entire area, and underneath, black-eyed Susans were re-emerging. But the area also had many other types coming up. Not so many black-eyed Susans this time, but instead they saw coryphosis, narrow-leaved mountain mint, echinacea, blue-eyed grass, goldenrod, and New York ironweed. It wasn't lush with flowers, but mostly grasses as Sue and Bob had envisioned. There will be natural change in every season and seasons to come, and every year will be different. And isn't that the beauty of restoring a meadow? I'm Bill Honichevsky, and thank you for watching. And remember to preserve and protect our history and natural environment.